So this is what I've done to the bike. I think I'm gonna make just short ish videos every time there is an update, because the saga kind of continues. There is a problem, a strange problem, but also the old problem is sorted. As someone mentioned on YouTube, it was just a dirty injector. It was giving all these issues, and well, to be honest, good thing about that strip down everything. I know the bike more, all the sensors and how is it built. So at least I've checked everything around it, and everything seems to be all right. I fitted a very good fuel filter before the injector. Obviously, I plumbed the fuel tanks because they were not on; they were just bolted on, but nothing was connected, so everything is working now. However, they act a little bit strange, but I need to figure out what's up with them. Maybe I can modify something today. I've changed the oil. Oil was, I don't know how many miles it had, but it looked like 50,000 miles, so it was definitely due. So I've done the oil, I've done the filters, good oil, proper stuff. I'd never go cheap on oil and stuff like this. Bearings, oil, pads, everything has to be, spot on. Well, that's what I did. I adjusted the levers to my obviously likings, the steering wheel, well, that's settings. I've done the fork seals because they were both pissing. Left one was pissing massively, and the oil was starting to go on the caliper. And because we're going 2 days off-roading, including camping, I don't want any issues. So I was like, well, fuck it, I do it. So I've done those. I've done the clutch. However, there's a problem with the clutch. Obviously, I put my naphtha from my Husky, which this is again just a prototype. I want to finish it off. This needs to be chopped off here, kind of. So this probably gonna go on the top or maybe on the bottom, and my navigation goes somewhere that be more, inclined, not like this. So this needs to be finished. But for now, just to test the bike, I want some decent lights, lightweight as possible. This screen kind of is okay. I'm comfortable with the adventure helmet. Motocross helmet I wouldn't be comfortable, but with adventure helmet I'm comfortable up to 65 is alright, and that's where the bike seems to be, about 5,000 RPMs. It's nice, these old ones, they have the dash. The new ones, they don't have it. I like it. I like it very much. So you can, see everything. Again, wiring is all, a little exposed still, because I want to be able to see if there's any issues, because again, this is all, we see how it goes. I fixed the clutch. There was a like a bush missing there, so this was moving, it was flapping around. You were able to engage the clutch, but the switch that is for the clutch wasn't working, wasn't engaging. So if you store the bike in gear, it would not restart until you put it in neutral, which off-road, that could be a big issue actually. Quite a lot of annoyance coming from that. So I fixed that. I put some thermal insulation on the exhaust because it's close to the tank, and the original ones, they kind of peeling off, so it's like, yeah, I want to be safe. I've bashed the plate because this was all mangled, so I kind of returned it to the original kind of shape. I still don't like it. I would like to have something bigger. I'm probably gonna get another one that covers the stator, both sides, because this is kind of like, yeah, it's alright, but not what I want. The gear lever, this is with the KTM's, when you put the gear lever straight on the gearbox on the pivot point. You don't have that juice when you have on the Yamaha, for example, and on a T7. So all the dirt bikes, they have something like this. You can only adjust it by steps. So this is a little bit too high. The next one down is a little bit too low. So this is okay when you're standing up, but tiny bit too, it's still alright. I mean, once you get used to it, it's fine. If this was literally 5-10 mil lower, it would be perfect, but that's, it will be here instead of here, so I have to get used to it. Force neutrals with them, yeah, if you're not putting the gears in proper, you can catch a force neutral. By now there is a simple and easy fix for that, so I'm not worried about this. I fixed the stand because the stand was, it was on a piece, it was all bent and the bike was leaning massively, so I've already done that. I've removed the chain guard on the top because it was all flapping, plus I don't like them anyway. Fixed a lot of stuff on the bike, small bits, but now it seems to be okay. The cooling seems to be spot on, no problems with that. I rerouted the brake cable, kind of like a rally style, so it's solid around the tire. It's not like a dirt bike, so it doesn't go there and makes a loop. I don't like it. Plus, this was the wrong cable to do that because it will be always in tension, and it was making an unnatural bend because I don't think it was, the hose for that. Wheel bearings are alright. I've greased everything. I removed all the bolts everything I'm working on it. I'm cleaning the bolts, put the anti-seize on the threads, cleaning everything. Fork seems to be okay. I put good stuff, SKF seals. I am very impressed with the brakes on this bike. Really good brakes from the back, really impressed. I think you can load this bike massively and still having sufficient brakes, as I really like them. Old bike, but it's braking great. Tires, these are not not big tires on the tarmac, we all know. The back is a motocross tire. Yeah, it's horrible on the road, especially now it's wet. And we're having wet days now, so 2 wet days ahead of me. Tarmac is no, it's not great. I mean, still you can ride it, but no. I think this bike with something kind of like a Mitas Enduro XT or whatever they call now, used to be rally stars, kind of like adventure tires. This will handle the road very good. The front is a bit wobbly at some speed. Nothing dramatic. It's actually better than my friend 701 for some reason, the newest bike. 701 I think is 2017 or 16 he bought it, and that was horrible. This one has worse tires and it's not as bad. I'm doing something I'm very against. I'm running tubes, which alright, I have to carry the tubes and the tools and all the stuff. Usually I run Mousses, and if I like the bike I will switch to Mousses regardless. Whatever you say, Mousses for me. No more Mousse on the front. The bigger one, you probably get the M18 or 14. I can't remember which one is. I think M18 is slightly bigger. It's built for 90-100 tire for the fatty, but I'm gonna keep the 90s. It's gonna be more. It's gonna be stiffer on the rim. So more friendly on the road. On the back, I'm gonna use. This is not heavy motorcycle. It's kind of really mid-weight. You could use the Enduro Mousse, but using it for adventure, I'm probably gonna put a desert Mousse that I have on my T7. On a T7, it's been there for over a year and it's been great. On this, with last year's, no problems whatsoever. So I'm happy with that. Bands, they're good. I have to put some plastics here because we're gonna do a lot of motorway, and I want some wind protection because my hands are freezing after a little bit. My Craig, these I bought them for T7, and it fits every bike I have. No more P clips. I have it in the workshop. I removed the rubber pad and I shaved them a little, and they fit perfectly. It's just, I don't know, different bolts, but that's what I had in the workshop. And again, I don't want to spend too much time on this bike. Yeah, I know it should be slightly bigger. Ordered this one, I should have ordered a slightly bigger one. This is really almost taking the piss. But anyway, I'm not a fan of the rack, but again, adventure bike, so it's handy. Plus, it's lightweight. So, plus, there isn't actually much to grab this bike on when you have to drag it out of a mud hole or something if there isn't rack on. So yeah, on this bike actually it suits it. That was already on the bike. We already know what that is for. DB killer. This is not my style, but this bike is bloody loud. Obviously got exhaust on it, and without the DB killer it's nice, but it is a little bit too loud. It is, even for my standards. Anyways, the Kriegers, they fit perfectly. I like it. Still enough space for my boots to go back there, no problems. A service where this, you mount it everywhere. You can mount it here, you can mount it there. You could mount it on the fender if the NAFTA wasn't there, but I kind of like it there because, this is, you need this space no more than this, and this moves. So the problems. Oh yeah, the wireless charger, because if you have the USB and it's raining, USB stops working. Obviously, so wireless always charges. The light, this one, this makes night into day, so awesome. and the stator on these bikes, they capable of producing that kind of wattage, power, voltage, whatever you want to call it, amperage. So the fuel tanks, I filled them up to here, and it was 20 miles, and it seems to use that much of a fuel. However, the bike seems to, is it still reserve? Yes, it's still reserve for some reason. I don't know why. So I took it home and it was reserve. I left it overnight in the van, and this morning reserve just came off. And then, so clearly there was some fuel transfer from these tanks to the bike. And I thought because I had very low fuel, it was very slow because it's gravity feed going back of the fuel tank. But then I've done 2 miles, not even 2 miles, and the reserve came on again after filling up the fuel tanks. And now clearly it uses this fuel, but I don't know, does it use the fuel from the main tank, and when the reserve comes on, you open the front tanks, obviously with these valves, and then you start using this one, the fuel from here, instead of leveling up. I don't know. I'm not sure. It looks like, because hey, I've done 20 miles on the reserve, and this is consuming the fuel from this tank. I don't know. To be honest, I need to find out. I have no idea. However, the problem. Let me move the bike forward a little. Now, the problem with the bike is that I've done new clutch, just the friction plates, because the steel plates, they look alright, and it's still slipping, but it slips in a strange way. So for example, I'm 5th or 6th gear, if I slam my throttle body open, for example at 5k, it jumps to to 6, almost 1000 RPMs, and then it grips, only for a fraction of a second. So it looks like the slipper clutch almost works in reverse. Slipper clutch, my understanding was, slips the clutch a little when you're downshifting, so you don't lock the back wheel, which is annoying because I kind of like that. I always used to use it, and then, this is your slipper clutch. But that doesn't bother me. But this, it almost seems to work in reverse when you really want to accelerate hard. It slips the clutch for a moment. Which is annoying because you want to wheel it, so and plus again, if you want to leave the front end, jump through the paddles or whatever, it slips the clutch first and then grips. That's not right. And I have my doubts. Maybe it's like maybe that's how it works, which is strange. But let me ask about people, and ask them, and everyone says no, that's not how it works, which obviously it shouldn't. So today I have to take everything apart again. I'm going to take the whole clutch pack out and see if there's something wrong with it, because it's weird, and it does exactly the same thing as the old clutch friction plates that I removed, and I measured them, and the old ones, they were not in a bad condition. They was pretty much the same thickness as the new ones, and straight there I was like, this is not good. Maybe it was just burnt out. Sometimes you got a friction plates, they, when you burn them out, they don't, it happens regardless. So it's like, okay, just let's have a look. And then with the new plates, it does exactly the same, little less maybe, but the symptoms are exactly the same. So I'm not comfortable to take the bike for 2 days with me if the clutch is slipping. It's not horrible, but I want to be able to use this engine. I mean, the whole point of this bike is lightweight and it's powerful. It's very torquey. I like the engine. I know it could be done better, because coming is remapping and all the stuff to be more responsive with range or whatever. But I like it already, so I don't want to dislike the bike because there's a stupid problem. So I have to take it out and see what's up. Besides that, I don't like it already because it gave me a lot of problems. That being said, all these problems were not there. It was just I was looking for the problem, and obviously before you find it could be anything. But once I found, which is only dirty injector, which is nothing. Dirty injector is like not even claiming a motorcycle, claiming it could be on anything. Yes, maybe they don't have a fairly good system and they don't keep the injectors clean in the first place, because I don't hear all the bikes having that issues so often as these. But again, it's very simple to fix. Just redo the fuel system, better fuel filters, and you golden. So it doesn't bother me that. Because again, you can do it on the trial. You can clean the injector. Once you know how, which kind is nice. On YouTube, someone commented how to do it, and also on a friend of mine, someone I know, told me how to do it, and it's very simple. So again, I wouldn't call this as a fault or something bad about them. It's fine. I'm absolutely fine with this. The clutch, obviously, this needs to be sorted out. Suspensions, I don't know. I thought this was Enduro R. I don't think this is Enduro R. I think this is only like 250 or 245 millimeter stroke suspension travel. It's definitely not enough. I will definitely have to do something. Now, the bike is already fairly tall on the seat. However, it's not bad. I'm not tall, but it doesn't bother me. I can lift it another 20, 30 mil, no problems. Which again, remember, just let me tell you, when you fit in a longer suspensions, so for example, from 250 to 300 mil, doesn't mean that you're gonna lift the bike by extra 50 mil. You're gonna lift it about extra 30, 35, because the whole, longer suspension, they're gonna have more sag. So it doesn't work this way. It's you're lifting the bike not as much as you think, not as much as you increasing the suspension travel. There you go. So yeah, I'll be up for that. For now on the road, again, very shitty tires for the road, and it's fine. I like it. It's okay. It's doable. It's stable enough, very nimble. But I'm really looking forward for tomorrow. 2 days on the green lanes. I think we're going towards Kent and Sussex area, because the storm is coming. Obviously, it's been raining. Welsh ground is all underwater, so we're trying to avoid that. Plus, Saturday should be okay, but Sunday should start pissing down proper. So we're trying to be away from that storm. If we're gonna succeed or not, I don't know. I have my proper rains, and hey, adventure. So we'll see what happens, whatever. The bike definitely is not prepared for deep water. There's a lot of things with the evap, and then there's a lot of things I have to do to seal it on the top of the engine. But so far, it's good. The bike apparently doesn't have many miles. Apparently, only 16,000 miles. So although it's fairly old, about 12 years or 13 years, this is 2010, so 14. But it's fairly fresh. Don't seems to be abused that much. Bash plate was beaten up, but that doesn't mean much, to be honest. I don't know. We'll see. The clutch, yeah, this is gonna be another video, because I'm gonna finish it, this one here, and then another update is gonna be a separate video, because again, doing everything on the phone, I don't have a time to edit any videos, so it's gonna be stage by stage, see what happens. But if I saw the clutch out today, I think I should be happier enough. And also, I need to find out what's going on with this fuel stuff, because I think I would rather having the fuel tank, the front tanks, dropping the fuel into the rear, or kind of like level everything up together, instead of using the rear first and then the front. I think. Am I right? But also, if you use the back first, there's nothing left there because you reserve. The front ones, because they're transparent, which I like very much, you can just see how much fuel you have, like on the dirt bikes. So that's not bad either, is it? Also, probably it's better to use the fuel on the back first and then have the front. I don't know. Oh, this is a pickle. Should I leave it this way? Fuck knows. Let me sort the clutch out first, and then we think about that one. I don't know. Plus, is this how it's supposed to work, or is it different? I am stupid, because I actually have already write instructions, so probably says there what it is. Right. let's get to work, and I'll let you know how it goes. I'm gonna put it in the comments. I'm gonna make another video saying, oh, the clash is sorted out or not. I just, write it down. And then we're gonna go out. If I find my GoPro, I'm gonna put it on, but I doubt it, because it's gonna be probably raining, it's gonna be miserable. I'll see, maybe. If I find my GoPro, because I know where to put it, maybe I take it with me and we have some footage from whatever is gonna happen. We go in a new area, so I have no idea what terrain to expect. We've never been there. It could be hard, it could be soft, it could be boring. I know it's gonna be an hour and a half, 2 hours to get there on the road there. Possibly even some motorways, which is but it is what it is. Anyways, I'll let you know.